Hi, Original Soul. Welcome in to this affirmation reading. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back and sharing your energy. All right, let's jump into the reading, shall we? Okay, so got sort of some opposite energy going on, so some balance being required here. So up at the top of the reading and in also the energy sort of coming into this reading, we've got authority and power and Mars and force. Those are very similar cards out of two totally different decks. Both of these associated with the Emperor in tarot. So when we add some tarot to it, we'll see if the Emperor makes another appearance, but we sort of got that sort of double fire energy. So authority and power, force, and then at the heart of the reading and towards the future energy, we've got flow and white willow, ways of the water. And I feel like a lot of the readings have had this sort of fire and ice, sort of blue and orange, maybe second and fifth chakra, throat, and sacral. So, right, expression, creativity. Could be relationships, things dealing with other people, right, just things you might need to say or that you have said. All right, and then at the very bottom of the reading, we've got this blue moon card. There are no blue moons in 2025. And that sort of has that combined orange and blue, sort of that blending of both. So this is at the root of the reading, which can be more about sharing abundance, sort of getting sort of this bigger vision or a new perspective on what you do have. And then the rune that came out is the sun. So more fire energy, kind of shining your light, how you express yourself, also heart and love energy. All right, so let's run through these cards. So authority and power and force, again, that could be a current energy going on right now, whether this is someone around you or yourself, but there does seem to be some element of sort of control, ego, really, again, this sort of bully or forceful energy going on. And then really what needs to be happening here at the heart, right? There may be a lot of emotions. Water is connected to our feelings, our emotions, our creativity also, as can be fire. So there are a few common themes, even though they're opposite energies between the two, right? So more flow and heart space energy, more allowing of feelings, really letting those feelings flow instead of restricting those. So a couple different messages coming through if you take this just for yourself, right? Maybe there is some ego or a little bit of control at play, whether this is internally with how you treat yourself or maybe how you're acting in the outer world. Right, so coming into it, a lot of the affirmations leading up to this have been about determination, power, being your own foundation. So really awesome, strong energy, right? But when that gets sort of out of control, or it could be on sort of that shadow side of that type of energy, right? It can be a little bit too much, maybe over asserting yourself. And then really this flow and what needs to be happening, or maybe at the heart of the reading, is this heart energy, is this emotions, are these feelings, future energy, letting those flow, getting more in touch. So maybe there has been some amount of control to your feelings or allowing those to happen. Right? So notice when you have feelings that arise that maybe you don't necessarily like. You're like, I don't really like being mad. I don't like feeling sad, right? So what might you do to sort of suppress those, avoid those, maybe not deal with those feelings? So there could be some amount of control going on with that. Again, if this is sort of an external situation, right, maybe there is an element of control, whether that's coming from someone else towards you or how maybe you are presenting in the situation, and needing to find more of a balance. Again, getting different perspectives, allowing different sort of thoughts or feelings to enter the picture, maybe taking feelings into consideration. Right? Maybe there is even something that started out with good intentions. Let's say it was like a career path, as an example, right? Where you wanted to go down a certain path, follow a certain road. And as you start building on that path, maybe you're finding some success, right? But maybe letting some of that sort of get to your head, especially if that can come with some authority or power. It could be the same thing in a relationship, friendship, even with family. Right? So just noticing something that maybe had started out with better intentions, right? Could be getting maybe more to that ego side or that sort of controlling side of things. This also could be a call to maybe you need to set some boundaries, especially if you're sort of on the other side of that controlling situation, right? So this could be a need to assert more of your power as well. So it just really depends where this falls for you. And with this number 20 at the center, the heart, right? 2s indicate a need for balance. And so finding balance with this flow energy, with this water energy. Right, and then maybe getting back to more of your roots, or maybe more of your initial intentions with this blue moon card at the bottom. Right, this is about, again, noticing the abundance that you do have. So maybe this is going a little bit within. Maybe you even kind of make a list, right, of some of your goals and desires. You could even look at those from different perspectives. Think about why you want what you want, right? Is it more of this ego, power-driven situation, or is it more of this heart-based, balanced energy, right? And then getting back to your roots, really getting back to the main intention, what that original kind of thought or goal might be, or really what is at the base or the root of what you want, right? Understanding why you feel the way you feel, instead of just sort of acting, reacting, lashing out, or maybe even being maybe overly, I don't want to say overly emotional, but sometimes we get sort of checked in with one emotion more than another. And really just making that list of where you are abundant, the things that you do have to share. That's coming in as well, regardless of what the situation is for you. Really just taking that deep look internally, regardless of what's happening in the external world. Getting in touch with your intentions, because this card, this flow card, did talk about that your intentions are in motion. And so getting now more into that ease mentality, letting nature run its course. So what have your intentions been put in so far? Have they been more forceful, more powerful, more ego-driven? Or maybe have you been determined and passionate, but in this more sort of sharing and abundant, heart-spaced way? Maybe sharing your gifts, sharing your resources. Right, so there is some amount of change that's needed. Balance definitely at the heart. The month of February is the second month of the year, which is a 2. It also had the 2-2 portal, the 2-22 portal, lots of 2 energy, which are about balance, harmony, unity, those sorts of energies. So I'm not really totally surprised that this is coming up. All right, and then with the sun rune here, with the blue moon card. So again, taking that time, that step back, to appreciate what you have. Notice what you're able to share. Maybe putting a little bit of that more compassionate intention out there. Notice how you share, how you shine. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, crystal card. Garnet was the crystal card. Here, I'll hold this up. All right, for the garnet card, the tagline here, get into your depth, which I thought was super interesting, just again with all this color combination. I'm in a lot of orange, but I do have a little bit of this kind of blue as well, but you can see the garnet on the front here does sort of have that fire, that Mars hue to it, but get into your depth. Right? When I think of depth, I think of kind of water, emotions, feelings. So again, this kind of combining those two, bridging the authority of power to the ways of the water and white willow. I'm going to read something from that card in a minute here. But let's see here. A couple things about garnet. Who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexing. Are you any of those? Where to put it? Any place you want to make something, be it art, love, or dollar bills, y'all. And then when to use it. When you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a likes-driven culture. Okay, so again, what is kind of driving your decisions, driving your motivations? Letting yourself get more into your depth, more in touch with your feelings. Making sure your intentions are pure so you can start, right, letting nature run its course. Because what you've put out there is going to start to unfold. Whether that's something where you've been restricting this feeling, pushing it down, pushing it away. Maybe meeting obstacles with combativeness as well, restriction, right? How do you handle challenge? That's not always easy, but working with the energy that's presented itself to you, right? Breathing in some compassion. All right, let's see what the white willow card has to say, and then I pre-shuffled, snuck in Archangel Michael message, so we'll see what that is there. All right, so the ways of water, white willow. Most people think of willow as graceful and soft, a beautiful tree with weak wood. She's happy to let you have your delusions. But underground, she sends her expansive roots, questing for water, the element of emotion, which feeds her extraordinary flexibility. Willow loves to dunk her feet, sampling the flow of feelings, tasting anger and joy, sorrow and sass. Pliancy allows her to have great empathy without becoming overwhelmed by the emotions of others. Instead, they flow through her like water. If you find yourself armoring up to handle high emotions, call on Willow to teach you the ways of water. When Willow appears, it's a reminder to let emotions flow through you. All right, so I really like that message in this card. This Willow card has come up quite a bit for my personal readings in the summer. I think also kind of in that late September, October timeframe of last year as well. All right, so a strong message coming through. All right, let's see. Archangel Michael, be gentle with yourself. So again, bringing a little more heart, a little more compassion. All right, let's read the prayer, my prayer. Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything I think, speak, and do. Help me know that I deserve this compassion. What was I just saying? I release any feelings of guilt to you so that I may experience lasting inner peace. All right, so be gentle with yourself regardless of what's going on. I did a 222 portal reading yesterday. What word were we just saying? Here's one of the main energies that came out of that reading. So if you're feeling like you need a little bit more compassion or need to tap into that, maybe check that out. Okay, let's add just a little bit of tarot into it. I'll reorganize here. So I think I forgot to say it. I hope you're doing well. All right. Let's see, we'll move three-legged ox there, three-legged cow. Not sure what that is. Oxen maybe. All right. We'll add in a little tarot, get just a little more information. Oop, this one wanted to come out right away. We'll take it. All right, so this fire and ice energy, sort of this opposite energy. So maybe there's been also some ups and downs, some highs and lows, right? Feeling really motivated and then really sort of down, sad, in that lack mentality. So maybe letting some of your emotions, especially repressed ones, get the best of you. Right? That's where some of that force, ego can come into play when we don't really understand why we're doing what we're doing or what is truly driving us. All right. Let's see what this was. Okay, Queen of Vessels. So, Queen of Cups. We're talking about this important nurturing energy. The Queen of Cups is the most, I guess, nurturing queen. It's the queens are water, and she's the queen of water, right? So we got that double water energy. Again, on that shadow side, that could be getting either in that wallowing energy, especially if you are empathic, maybe keeping too much of that in and internal and not allowing things to flow and move through you. So on this card, notice how she's surfing the waves, riding the waves. I think the tagline on this flow card was enjoy the ride. I also completely, for the last few days, have the song Joyride, Roxette, stuck in my head. I haven't heard that in so long, so I blasted that a little bit this morning. All right. So yeah, enjoying things a little bit more, being more gentle with yourself, getting out of some of that more forceful energy. It's okay to be determined, but at what cost? All right, Two of Sticks. So now we've got some fire energy coming with the Queen of Vessels energy. So Two of Sticks on this card, right? There's a couple different paths. Okay, now we got a bunch. Let's see what we got here. You can see these two different paths, as I was kind of using as an example, that career path, right? And maybe how that's gotten, right, a little different from where it started. So this is about making choices, right? Maybe choosing a direction, maybe it's choosing a more nurturing direction. Yeah, Seven of Vessels. This is also, sevens are also about choice. So with Wands, again, that's using your passion, your creativity, your desires. So really thinking about what that vision is that you want to manifest. Sevens, this can be about making choices based on your heart space. This also could be, again, making choices just based on your feelings, but kind of reacting and not thinking that through. So with these two choice cards coming out together, right after the Queen of Vessels and all of this water and flow energy, really letting, flipped over the sun there, really letting your heart space energy, right, move you here. All right, what else do we have here? Lots of stuff. My goodness. Okay. Maybe this is too many. All right, we'll take them. So we've got Six of Blades, Seven of Blades, and the Lovers out next. All right, so getting in touch more with your heart space energy as you start to make choices and you set out your intentions. As we talked about, making sure the energy behind your intentions is kind of pure and in touch with what you're looking for. We've got Six of Blades, Seven of Blades. So blades are sword energy, so that's mental thought energy. You can see in the Six of Blades, it looks like maybe they are packing some things up. Yeah, they've got a pack list there, kind of cleaning up, putting things away, right? So maybe there are some things that need to be cleaned up from whatever this situation is, or internal, external. Seven of Blades, again, now that is another energy about choice. So that's using the wisdom that you've gained. See, this one has mountain goats on this card. So that can be a determined, hardworking energy. We've been talking about determination. All right, so this could be, again, using wisdom from that situation. Maybe there's something that needs to be cleaned up, walked away from, or maybe just kind of rethought of, reanalyzed. Right, because the Lovers is next, which is a major choice card. So a major energy coming through. And look at all that flow, Niagara Falls. There's that couple kind of looking out over that water. Right, my throat's been froggy a little bit in this reading too. That happened the other day. So, and we have a lot of this water energy, this blue, this expression energy coming out. A lot about making maybe new choices, different choices. Okay, what do we got here? In the last row, we've got 4 of Sticks, Ace of Sticks, King of Sticks, Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Stones at the bottom. Honestly, the reading yesterday kind of had these, this King of Wands, 5 of Pentacles energy in it as well. So maybe that portal energy is coming out again loud and clear. We are still around that time. It's not surprising. All right, so 4 of Sticks, 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So a lot of this fire energy in this last row. King of Sticks. All right, so in this 4 of Sticks card, you can see he's sitting there. Looks like he's contemplating, sitting alone by this fire. So that's where, right, getting back to your roots, to the why of your intention. Maybe even doing some fire gazing, bringing in that fire element, even in a meditation or just while you think. Definitely getting out in nature as well. And then Ace of Sticks. Maybe this is a new thought, a new spark, a new passion. The King of Sticks in this deck, that's then moving forward, taking action. Notice in this card how he's standing in water. Right, so that's still moving forward with that compassion energy. Right, and Wheel of Fortune. So this could be moving towards something that is destined. Maybe your heart is calling you in a certain direction. This could also be putting an end to a cycle or some sort of pattern. Maybe this is just something within yourself, some sort of behavior, some sort of action, reaction. And it could be kind of walking away from a controlling cycle, or just approaching something totally differently and knowing you are your compass. And then we've got the 5 of Stones at the bottom of the deck. So 5 of Stones, 5 of Pentacles. 5s are about change, are about your resources, right? In this card, they are camping, but it's raining. But look at how that little girl is still playing and having fun. Right? The little boy's reading the book. The dad is hanging out, smiling, just chilling under the tent, right? Letting that water pour down. Still enjoying the ride, still having fun, still working with what shows up, what comes up. This doesn't always have to be a bad thing. This is acknowledging that maybe not everything goes exactly the way you think. Again, following that heart energy as you move forward. It really just leads you to yourself, more of your true self, allows you to express yourself more freely, more truly, right? Allows you to be your own compass, right? And that is not going to steer you wrong. All right, a lot of major energy here in this reading. Okay, Let's come up with the affirmation here. Let's see. A lot of determination. Of course, a lot of water, nurturing, flow energy, new choice energy. Even with this wand energy, allowing things to come towards you, this intention setting. Your intentions are now in motion, letting nature take its course, enjoying the ride, regardless of right, what shows up, what type of emotions, what type of water shows up, right? Learning to work with that. All right, so the affirmation, let's see. I allow flow. What do you think about that? That's the affirmation. I allow flow. You allow flow. Right, so what could you do this week to tap more into flow energy? Maybe there's something you need to say. Maybe there's something you need to speak up about, as my throat keeps acting up. Yeah. What can you do to be more in flow? Because we are always in some kind of flow, whether that's a high vibe flow, a neutral, low, right? We can always flow with and work with the energies that are available and around us. Right? How can you let more things sort of flow through you instead of taking it all on? What could you do to get more into some of that ease energy instead of this force energy? Right? Get back in touch with your heart space. All right, so that is the affirmation this week. That is the reading. That is it. Flow energy. All right. I hope there's something here for you today. And until next time, peace.